Good morning. I thought I would procrastinate on mowing for a little bit longer and give you guys a tour that I've been promising of the garden, mainly because I just saw something really interesting. This is not it. This is where I had my cabbage that failed to cabbage and my leafy greens and my carrots. And then I just flipped it and put in, and by flipped it I mean put in more soil and planted that little guy's potato, Rouge Royale sunflowers. There's also supposed to be chives and calendula, but they don't seem to be sprouting, which I thought might be a problem. But what I wanted to show you was back here. This was supposed to be the wildflower patch. And I planted daikon radishes in it to break up compacted soil, and they kind of took over. So all of those little pink-white flowers, that's the top of the radish. And they are being quite happy. They're also starting to put out seed pods. And then we have, I think this is calendula. I think this was in the wildflower seed mix and was some of the few seeds that the birds did not eat. But majority of this is all radish. But what I found yesterday that makes me go, what is this? Mind you, we did not have tomatoes in this yard until May. It's now early July. 4th of July was on Thursday. And somehow we have a volunteer tomato plant growing horizontally out of the mess. And then here, I'm hoping, I was thinking I put some big sunflowers in here later when I saw that the radishes were going to be king and the birds had eaten. There's a bee. Look at the bee. Anyways, that's why they're here. This whole thing is back here, is to attract bees and stuff. I do need to go in and clean out some of the weeds. Like, that is a weed, and all the grass that's in here is weeds. But I don't dare do that without long pants on. And I don't feel like doing that because it's like 80 degrees today. Look at the butterflies. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. And then this is the area that will hopefully this mess will expand over here next year after the everything underneath has been suffocated. I will probably do the radishes again. Try something else over here and then do radishes here. And this is the tree that has been ripped out 8 million times, but it is actually growing out from under the concrete pad of the garage. So it's kind of hard to get rid of it permanently. And this right here, I don't know if you can see how spiky and mean looking it is. This is the bane of my existence. That didn't work. But that's awful. And then I'm not sure what these purple flowers are, but they're a weed. They're here every year. They're still pretty. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Is that not gorgeous? Kind of concerned about the phone overheating. It is quite warm today. And this is the giant sinkhole, which you can't tell because I chucked a bunch of weed scraps, like stuffed them in down there. I need to actually make a plan and get them out. Shower curtain that was wet yesterday that I forgot to take in last night. Like I said, I'm procrastinating on mowing. I actually need to get a darker pair of sunglasses. This is a Concord grapevine that just got a home here. And I planted some mammoth dill with it. It's supposed to be good for keeping off pests, which I'm going to have to wait and see if that works. The surround is just to keep the weed whacker from hitting the grapevine, because I lost some rhubarb last year because of that. And the weed whacker may not actually work anymore. It died last time I tried to use it. This is the most productive? No, that's not the right word. Successful of the Three Sisters mounds. Obviously we have the corn. This is sweet corn. Pretty sure some of what's under there is grass, but we're going to ignore it. This is a pumpkin, sister number 3. And I need to come water. That's fairly... There you go. Straw mulch, risky because it might have herbicide in it, but it was sold as mulch. And it's my first year, so I don't have a good wood chip pile going yet. You're not supposed to put wood chips on year 1. Obviously the wood shavings that are entirely around this are not broken down. But I'm not growing anything right there. This is a bean plant. I think it's some kind of red bean. I'll have to look. That is a Jack B. Little pumpkin. They're mini pumpkins. Not interested in growing blue ribbon pumpkins. Just want something cute. And here's another one. I'm not sure what this is. I'm pretty sure this is a weed. But it could be a bean? No, I don't think it's a bean. It's a weed. We'll see what it is. You know, obviously I have tomatoes in the wrong place. Maybe that was something I planted somewhere else, and the birds who have been over here in this bed every morning this week, just feasting. This is black-tipped ornamental wheat. And obviously, it's not going to get to go to the black-tip ornamental stage because birds. But let's see if I can find. This is one of our cherry tomato plants. Don't know what kind. We had some severe marking fails. Look, they pooped on it. So I have chocolate cherry and sun golds as the cherry tomatoes, and then Cherokee purple as the not mini tomato. And so, let's see if I can get in there. Can you guys see it? Okay, there it is. That's a Cherokee purple. Multiple Cherokee purples. I'm excited. I would just like to taste one tomato though, just one. This is a French marigold. This is yarrow that I thought I had ripped out, but I guess it decided it didn't want to be dead after all. There's another marigold back there. I don't know. There's more back in there. I don't have great hopes for them blossoming again. But this needs to get tied up and pruned, but I've been using old t-shirt material as ties, and because I had a long sleeve t-shirt that was too small, and I needed to trim more. This is Japanese indigo, which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 plants right there. It's obviously it's the thing I'm most successful growing. Luckily I have some fiber artists who have expressed interest in playing with it as a dye. Okay. This thing down here that's getting chewed on, this is clary sage. These are tomatoes, or not tomatoes, potatoes. And look, they're starting to get little blossoms, which means we are coming up on harvesting them. I think these are the blue variety. I bought a red, white, and blue variety pack from Hudson Valley. And I don't remember, I think blue one in here this little drawer from an IKEA bed frame that I busted. I think blue one in here, and then in that tall bed is the white, and the red is out front. And this is planted second. The white just went in when I flipped that bed. And as you can see, I'm delaying on sanitizing my propagation supplies and also the cat's box. Travel box, not pooping box. Let's see. You don't belong in here. I'm not sure what this is. This could be holy basil. This could be milkweed. No earthly idea what it was. Like I said, major tag fails. Because I haven't had, so this is year one, and I haven't been able to build good soil. Been using fertilizer. This is a 2-4-1, which means 2 is nitrogen, that's for green growth. 4 is phosphate. Yes, 4 is phosphate, and 1 is potassium. So this is good for, like, once you get the green stuff, that's good for encouraging harvest and blossoms. This is my nitrogen fertilizer, 511. This is for encouraging things to grow green and up and big. And this is just the non-stop weed battle. Anyways, this is the second more successful of the 3 sisters. Obviously, I got 1 stalk of corn from the initial planting, and then I went back and put in more seeds and got 2. And so I just gave up on the beans. So we'll have 2 sisters, hopefully. This is either a Casparita pumpkin, little tiny white pumpkin, or a Lakota winter squash, which is, and as you can see, something has been futzing around in here, but there's the other squash. And then over here, this is a pretty hard fail. I'm pretty sure that's regular grass, not corn. So what's gonna happen today is, this is all going to get ripped out. Let's actually do it right now while I'm thinking about it. Oh my word. Now, if I thought this was actually corn, I would have just snipped off the green parts and left the roots in the soil to grow, but I'm pretty sure this is like grass. So I'm gonna take all of this and throw it in the yard waste bin in the very back. I apologize for the crap camera angles. This is either a Casparita pumpkin or a Lakota squash. I forget which one got put here and which one got put in the next bed over, but I'm gonna come through, I'm gonna repile this, and I'm gonna put a trellis over it and plant cucamelons, also known as Mexican sour gherkins, also known as mouse melons. See if I can get a harvest of that. Also going to try and put something else in here, but obviously this one sank and there were a lot of robins who were playing in it, so I'll come back and clean that up. This is the stump of the giant Norwegian maple that exploded 3 or 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know. Come back here. Let's see. I think you are a weed. You are grass. I'm not sure what you are. This is clary sage. That's growing a lot of mushrooms, and I don't know if I should leave them in or pluck them out. This is Sweet Annie, which has not been doing well. There, yeah, I had to pull the other one. Again, not sure what that is. It's doing okay. That was holy basil, so this might actually be holy basil. That is more Japanese indigo. Why do we have ants? And this is what Sweet Annie is supposed to look like. We will see what it does. And I don't know what that is. That might be weed. That might be what's growing on the side of the Three Sisters Mound over there. This is the false cypress, which is trying to be choked out by morning glories that I gotta rip out again. Yeah. And then here is the other. Okay, that is a very awkward angle. Apologies. That's Dyer's Coreopsis. That's just one flower. And then the second Concord grape. I sowed some chives in there. Not seeing sprouting, at least not definitive. That really needs watered. Have to grab the watering can before. And then there's the front garden, and that bare area right there is where I got a wild hair and chopped up some shrubs that have been there since I moved in, and have a lot of work to fix it. So not going to talk about the front garden right now because I really need to mow. Alright, bye.